Attorney General Eric Holder is getting ready to end his 6-year run as the nation's top law enforcement official. So yesterday, he sat down with CBS, NBC, ABC, CNN, and Politico for so-called exit interviews. But he is refusing to speak to Fox News despite numerous requests. Fox's executive vice president for news, Michael Clementi, issued a statement saying in part, quote, "The Attorney General's decision does a deep disservice to America's largest cable news audience and the interests of a free press." Howie Kurtz is the host of Media Buzz Sundays on Fox News. All right, Howie, what's this all about?
I guess the Attorney General would rather have Melissa Harris Perry on MSNBC saying you're as smooth as a duck and would you please quack for us. Look, I'm sure Eric Holder doesn't want to be pressed on Fox News about why he said we're winning the war against ISIS, his role in Ferguson, his relationship with Al Sharpton. But what he really doesn't want to be pressed on, Shannon, is the outrageous assault on press freedom that was the James Rosen case, where the Attorney General authorized, as you know, surveillance of our Fox News colleague, and in a separate case, the reporters at the AP, and even authorized James Rosen to be named as a criminal co-conspirator for doing his job.
Yeah, going through James' emails and those of some family members, and certainly he would have to address that, I would imagine, by any of us at Fox that would interview him. But does he help himself at all by walking out the door and, slamming it in our faces, essentially saying, like, I'm not even going to try to address your audience? It is notably by far the largest cable audience out there for news. I mean, maybe he could make some new converts.
Maybe he could reach a different kind of audience. Look, I think that it's a sign of confidence when any politician, political figure, cabinet officer, congressman is willing to sit down and take tougher questions from those you might perceive to be your harshest critics. Now, in the case of Eric Holder, he is paid by the taxpayers, and while it's not unusual for politicians in either party to kind of pick and choose favorite outlets, when he's doing all these other interviews to thumb his nose so openly at Fox, I guess he feels like he doesn't have to worry about it after this. But is the nation's top law enforcement officer really afraid of Bret Baier?
Well, some people would be. He's a good, tough questioner, that Bret Baier.
But a very fair questioner.
Always fair.
Who, with Greta Van Susteren, interviewed Hillary Clinton on her book tour, an interview that was widely seen as fair. President Obama has sat down with Bill O'Reilly twice. So I think it does say a lot about Eric Holder that he is backing away from this opportunity where he could make the case for his tenure and for what he sees as his accomplishments, and he could knock down any criticism. It's a shame.
Well, I'm sure the door would always be open for him here at the Kelly File, although I'm not sure he'd want to tangle with Meghan. We'll see.
Justice Department says it's still under review. I guess we might get an answer any year now.
Okay. Howie, in the meantime, we'll see you on Sunday.